This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
Oh shit, man. Okay. Well, I've only been threatening to do this for 6 or 7 years now. And for the first time ever, we're goddamn live with camera. I mean, I am.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Wait.
All right, man. This October has got me feeling pretty spooky.
It's a little spooky. It's that time. Have you got your pumpkin spicy bullshit in you?
You know what sucks? Everyone, that's a big meme in America, but I do love that stuff. And they don't do pumpkin spice stuff here, really.
They don't. I was never I was never into it, but
I like pumpkin spice beer. You ever get that?
yeah, not into it.
Oh,
I'm not
all
into
right.
I'm not a fan of pumpkin spice. I don't even like the smell of it.
Oh, really? You don't like? How about pumpkin cake?
Pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin bread?
Pumpkin. Well, I don't know. I like pumpkin pie.
You know, I read somewhere.
Mix me up with sugar and spice, and I'll be pumpkin pie.
This is another thing that just in my heart, and I never questioned till to just now. But I read that pumpkin pie is the #1 most arousing smell for men.
Really?
Well,
I mean, I fucked a few.
yeah. I remember one time there was a pumpkin pie, a plate that had pumpkin pie residue on it in the room I was sitting playing video games once, PlayStation 2, a throwback.
Oh, yeah?
And I remember feeling my heart aflutter, like, what's this? I feel so, what? And then when I realized it was the plate of pumpkin pie, I was like, that research was true.
It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been aroused by pumpkin pie.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I don't know exactly how that study works. I didn't read it. You know I didn't. But I remember for women, it was black licorice and cucumber were the two most arousing smells.
Yeah, see, I've heard that. So we may have talked about this or something before, because this all sounds familiar.
This all sounds like the kind of bullshit I normally say. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into this spooky episode. It's not going to be super spooky, but let's get into it.
Not too scary.
Welcome to another episode of Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
And if you guys are joining us for the first time, what we normally do is we take headlines and we read them, but we do not read the articles because facts just get in the way.
Yep.
If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, you guys can do that at gmail.com or at Royal WeCast on Twitter. We're also live on Twitch now.
Yeah.
This is kind of an experiment. Right now, there's no one watching because no one knows we even do this. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to tweet about it and put it on our Facebooks. You know how we do. If you've been listening for a long time, we always get our fingers into different pots. Yeah. Sometimes we make it work. Sometimes we quit for 2 years. Sometimes we try something else.
Yeah.
Here's a new thing.
Here's the thing.
But yeah, join us. Follow us on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Royal WeCast. Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's break it right off with a spooky headline.
Okay, crack off with some spook grease.
Oh, this one cracks me up. Okay, I'm gonna dip into spook. Maybe we'll dip out. Maybe we'll come back into it. First one is a woman is stunned when her new driver's license came back with a picture of an empty chair.
Somebody just fucked up. Like how?
Right, there's nothing to that. How did it make it to the news?
And how did it make it to like what? Am I a ghost?
Am I a vampire?
Like, yeah, what? Wait, how did that get past anyone? So that means that no one looked at it.
Right.
No one even looked at it and thought.
Well, what probably happened is they must have okayed it while she was there, right?
Yeah.
So she took a picture that she's like, yeah, that's fine. And then they went, okay, she left. And then they printed a picture of a chair on her license.
Yeah, that had to be what happened.
You're right, because at that facility, there's a place where they track that. They print them somewhere.
Yeah, the fact that no one saw that was like, we can't send that to her. Like, there's not a picture of her.
Has science gone too far? Do we need more men? And is it just a robot making our licenses now?
I guess nobody's paying attention. Nobody gives a shit. But what's funny is,
what do you do then?
But if that was legitimately the license that the government sent you, I mean, could you go in somewhere and like buy alcohol with it or like book a plane ticket like with a? Well,
now you're not a chair.
Hey, that's me, officer.
Yeah, what the hell do you do in that situation?
Because it's a government issued ID, but you're not on it. It's just a chair. No one would believe you. Like when I was in high school, I used to goof around when I first got my driver's license. I would cut out like images. Images.
I would cut out the images I used to cut out. You wouldn't believe them.
I'd take something from like Planet of the Apes or Elvis or something, and I would like meticulously like place that and tape it over my driver's license.
Like Planet of the Apes or Elvis or something.
You know, those old chestnuts.
I do know because I know you, but those Planet of the Apes or Elvis or something.
Like, and the time I took to put them on there and make it look like it was really my license, I could have made a fake ID.
Right?
But I didn't. And but I remember like trying to buy, because that was back in the day when you had to like show your ID to like whenever CDs were a thing.
Right.
And you had to like, you were buying like an explicit content, like certain places would legitimately not sell them to you if you didn't have like a driver's license. Like you had to show your ID to be like, I'm over 17 or whatever the thing said on the label.
Were you, because you're not a lot older than me, but you're a little bit older than me. And it feels like when you were a teenager, more fuckery was like not allowed, but accepted. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you agree that there's definitely, they really tightened up the fuckery in the time between when you were a teenager and when I was?
Yeah, I believe
they
so.
They tightened it up.
Yeah, I really think so. Because like myself included, but then a lot of people, like you could get away with stuff that they would just like be like, hey, now boys, as we're today, like you would never be allowed to go to school again.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. My dad tells me stories. I mean, even like go back another generation. My dad tells me stories. I'm like, dude, no one would. Well, a friend of mine, friend of the show, she called me up, and she's of a much older generation, my dad's generation. And she called me because she was excited to talk about how when she was in high school, a bunch of kids were fucking the teachers. And she's like, you work at a high school now. And I was like, okay, you called me up to talk about this? What are you doing?
Yeah. There was always rumors about stuff like that when we were in school, but like, I don't know if any of it was, I think I remember having one in high school where it was one of our teachers. He was like the shop teacher.
Right.
And then his wife was the assistant principal. And there was always a rumor going around that they got caught fucking in the shop room one time.
But that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I mean.
Yeah.
They were in the closet making babies, and I saw one of the babies, and the baby looked at me. Like two adults, I
sure,
because it's funny that now it's like, well, yeah, because there's some people who have the opinion of like, yeah, people just, people are so stuck up now, or they really have they're about the rules. It's like, yeah, but don't fuck kids.
Yeah,
like it's not the good old days. People were fucking children.
That's a good rule to have.
You know what I mean, though? Like, people are like, oh, people are so sensitive these days, these fucking snowflakes.
Yeah, but all that aside, don't fuck kids.
Yeah, okay. I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're laying down.
But let's agree not to fuck the children.
Don't fuck the children. Everybody, don't fuck the children.
The royal we have a firm stance against that.
The royal we says, don't fuck kids.
What? So, okay, well, there's that about a chair. Let's do another. Speaking of let's do one about paranormal sex.
Okay, cause why not?
Man to have threesome with two ghosts for Valentine's Day. Paranormal sex. What the hell is that? What does that mean?
I have no idea. Fuck, I've had sex with 3 ghosts. You just say stuff. You just make stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having sex with a ghost right now on air.
Me too.
I'm live.
There's so many ghosts over here. Just naked ghosts. Like you can't just say stuff. But the fact that people are we're talking about it. We're putting logs on the fire.
We are. We are for sure.
That people could just say stuff. You can just be like, yeah, I'm having 3 ways with ghosts. No, you're not.
Is there like, because this lady found her, she's a chair or whatever in her license, and this guy's like, I'm fucking ghost. Is there just a number, a hotline you can call and just say crazy shit and they'll write it down?
Yeah. Well, no, I said that. I have no idea. I don't know why I said yeah. I have no idea. Yeah, the crazy talk hotline.
But you know what I mean? Like, why are we hearing about it?
Yeah. Why is that news? How was that? Yeah, you're right. Because like that's, slow ass news day with everything going on in the world. That was just somebody being like, all right, yeah.
And when you think about this, like, people have made this observation before, but now like everything's recorded. Mm-hmm. Obviously we're putting this out here too, but like social media and Twitter and stuff.
Right.
Think of like the weird kid you knew in high school and the crazy stuff they would say to you. Imagine if that was just out there for posterity. Posterity.
Yeah.
They're just out there forever.
It's out there forever.
Like, yeah, people say stuff like, yeah, I fucked some ghosts. Like, people say stupid shit all the time.
Yeah.
Why is it news? Why am I hearing about it? That's what I mean. That's what I always find interesting about these headlines sometimes is like, we got to click that because why do I want to know about it?
Yeah, like why does that exist? Why is that news? Well, who put that out there? Once again, it's just got to be somebody's job somewhere and they stumbled across it and it was good enough. And then it
good enough.
It was good enough. Hey, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I found the story. They said find something to do with Halloween, and I just found some nonsense somewhere, like you said, a tweet or something of some crazy person saying that they're having, or it could have just been a joke. And then now they've ran with it as like an actual thing, you know?
Right, exactly. But the guy who just wanted to go home early,
Yeah.
the guy
He's now put it out as news for the world, and now the people are sitting around talking about it on a fucking podcast, and nobody cares.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. That's the world we live in, man. Because we know our executive producer Zach, friend of the show, executive producer, he basically peddles bullshit for a living. I mean, so do we, I guess, this podcast. But like, he's an SEO. I mean, I don't know if I throw him under the bus, but like, basically, these people just write articles about like top 10 cute drinks you must have at your wedding.
Yeah.
And it's just Zach writing that stuff.
I remember one he had to come up with was how to make the top 10 tips or something to make a pet-friendly wedding. He's like, I just had to like make up this bullshit of being like, and he writes it under like a pseudonym. What's that called? Like a pseudonym.
Yeah. So it's not his name. It's
his name's like Jackie Williams or something, and he's written this story. Apparently, I'm sure you run into those websites all the time, where it's just those little things where it's like, make your own taco seasoning at home, and it's like nothing. I don't know if it makes any sense. I don't know why I picked that one.
Best dog breeds to have at your father's funeral.
Yeah, just random stuff that somebody just made up. But he was like, I just made it up. I just was like, I found up things that would make like a pet. I'm pretty sure it was pet-friendly wedding, where you could have like, so everybody could bring their pets to your wedding. Like that's one person's problem ever, you know?
Yeah, and but the thing is, like, what bothers me about that is I Google stuff all the time, and a lot of times I just click the first thing and then I read it like it's gospel, but it's some chuckle fuck,
and it's
just writing stuff because he wants to go home and he wants to go grab lunch.
Yeah, and I think the whole thing for that is it all ties back around into ads or something that promote like a resume building software that they sell or something. Like that's the whole thing. So they write like dozens of these like.
All right.
I may be getting this all wrong, but that's the impression I got.
Bullshit.
It's just baloney articles that pedal back around to sell their product. A vast majority of the internet is that. It's just bullshit spun around to sell you whatever they're doing. And then you're like,
bullshit and porn.
Yeah, this is the best. Yeah, this is absolutely the best black bean avocado dip that I could possibly serve at my uncle's wake. And while I'm here, I might as well have them build my resume.
So this guy's having threesomes with ghosts, and he's telling people about it. Here's another headline. Let's do one more spooky one, then we'll maybe move away from it and come back. Yeah, the end. Sex cult leader facing life sentence. Regrets nothing.
Oh, I read about this. If this is the same dude I'm thinking about, that they just convicted him of all sorts of... If this is the same thing, this is fucking horrible.
Why? What was he doing? Oh, I mean, sex cult. I'm sure he was like tricking people into fucking him.
He was sex trafficking. Yeah. Womp womp.
Yeah. Regrets nothing, though. I imagine he's like, I've already won. Do what you want to me.
Yeah. If he was like, well, it's funny. I remember seeing the list of charges, and then at the very end, they just threw racketeering on there, it was like all these horrible things like child sex rings and slavery and like all this horrible dark shit. And then it was just like racketeering.
What's racketeering? What is that?
That's oh shit.
Well, that's making tennis equipment.
Let's type it in and see.
Well, here's an article written by what was it, Janice Williams.
Oh, it's just this is exactly what I thought it was, but I didn't say it because I was like, it's got to be more to it than that. But it's just dishonest and fraudulent business dealings. It's just
I was a businessman doing business.
Doing shady business dealings. That's what was funny to me, is that they threw that on at the end. It's like, of course it's shady business dealings. You're dealing with human trafficking. It's as shady as it fucking gets.
Yeah, it doesn't get much shadier than that. All right,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha ha. Happy fall, everybody.
Let's go somewhere real bizarre.
Okay.
Because it feels like we're firmly in the dark grease. And sometimes the dark grease will get you there. But let's go somewhere. Let's visit Japan.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing weird going on in Japan.
Well, it's definitely going to be weird, but I don't think it'll be dark. Yeah. So let's open up the foreign lands drawer. Okay. New panties from Japan.
All right.
This just in. New panties from Japan can transform into cats.
What? What?
Now, first of all, who's on this technology? Who's making like new panties?
That is so Japanese, dude. That is so Japanese.
Do you think it like...
The only thing was if you took like 50 pairs of them and they made a giant robot. That would be the next thing on the list.
A giant cat robot. But who... They have a weird obsession with women's underwear that I frankly don't understand.
And cats, and there's all sorts of nonsense. So that the fact that all comes together, there's new women's underwear that transform What? I don't understand what that means. What do you mean?
No, I don't either. I mean, does it have hinges? It's like an origami thing.
An origami thing? That's what I was thinking.
But that can't be comfortable.
No. Anything that... No. You don't want your underpants to be rigidly foldable. Like, it's not... You want to be soft and...
Yeah, then once it's a cat... That's sort of a strange thing where sometimes sexy stuff sort of, I think, betrays the point. Where, like, the thing itself is sexier. Like... To my mind, less is more when it comes to sexy stuff.
Sure. Yeah, sure. What's like edible underwear?
Go on.
Well, no, if like there's absolutely nothing sexy about a pair of edible underwear. At the end. That's if there's nothing.
Yeah, I suppose that they themselves, the object itself is not sexy.
No, they're bulky and weird and like sticky. They don't taste good. It's like it's full on. I think we were talking about this at some point, maybe not on the podcast. I think just one of our regular conversations going on about
not one that we were doing professionally, just a normal Sam and Nate conversation,
just a normal Facebook chat or something.
This discussing edible underwear like we normally would.
Yeah, but it was something like that when we were talking about how because didn't we find like some sort of there was something that led us to that was really fucking funny. It was like different flavored lubricants or something, and there was like really strange.
Yeah, I've never understood flavored sex toys like condoms with flavors and stuff.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I think
you put it in your mouth. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not trying to sex shame anyone, but if you're living so fast and dirty, you got to give a blowjob with the condom. Like, I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
Well, I imagine at that point that's your job.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like you're doing that for work. Like you're a sex worker for something. So you're like, I'm tired.
But sex workers are using flavored condoms, you think?
I mean, I would. If you're sucking 50 dicks a day and your mouth is going to constantly taste like rubber.
Those numbers, I don't think anyone's sucking 50 dicks a day. I don't think even like the most popular 50 dicks a day.
I guarantee you people are sucking more than 50 dicks a day. Somewhere. Somebody's turning them out.
Who's that popular?
Well, I don't know.
Because it's got to be a place where it's either well accepted or they have a lot of business. 50, I don't think places even get 50 customers a day. I'm selling hamburgers and I don't get 50 dicks a day. I mean, 50 customers a day.
How many dicks you charging for them burgers? No, but I mean, yeah, you may be right. Maybe 50 is quite a bit.
Think about 50 dicks.
But some people have done it in a day. I mean, there's like porn stars and stuff who like will fuck like 500 people in a day.
What?
Like as a stunt, like as a thing. Look that up. It's a thing where people have been like...
They fuck 500... Can you imagine the chafing? What the fuck?
I'm wanting to say it's more than that. I'm wanting to say it's something crazy.
Who?
As a world record to have sex with like... I mean, I guess everybody's got a dream.
You know what's so funny? Like, if you want to make the
you would feel like complete shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, also, like, I am... You know, like, when... Like your grandma, no, I'm trying to think. I don't know how to word what I'm about to say. I have a soap bubble of a thought.
Wherever you're going with where we're talking about world record fuckings in a day, and then your grandma comes up.
Well, because the idea is like to your grandma, you're always like this innocent summer child, right?
Oh yeah, and then they find that out.
But then they find out, like, they come across, like, you know, you have a condom in your car or something. They're like, oh, and you're no longer their sweet child. But like, that might as well be you fucked 500 dudes.
Or I guess it could work the other way around. Like, you see your grandma's a sweet old lady, then you turn out she holds the world record for fucking dudes. You know, and you're like, Grandma, like, what did you get up to?
I just think about time, like...
You want to know what it is? I looked it up.
Well, how much is it? How many?
Just take a guess. Just take a wild guess.
It's more than 500 or less?
In 24 hours.
24 hours. That's a long day.
That's one long day.
500 it seems way too high. I'm going to say 200.
Okay. Well, you went the wrong fucking way. It's okay. 919.
You went. Well, bud, you fucked up.
you went.
Let me get them chips.
919.
Now
that's less than 45 seconds per man.
They must be priming the pump.
There's definitely like a load of fluffers on the side, like they're ready to go, like they're getting in there. What
constitutes
like bam bam, and then you're done.
And they're what this podcast has become?
It's become filthy. Is what it's become.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
From these,
I don't know.
New headline from Japan turns everything into world record sex act.
Yeah, she said it in 2004 in Warsaw, Poland.
What I'm thinking though is like, if you're going for the world record, and like, sometimes when you're in the act, it can go too fast or it can go too long. I imagine whenever there was some guy who couldn't make it happen, she was probably like, "Fuck, I'm going for the record here. Come on."
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, I'm sure they all got like a big talking to beforehand. It's like, don't go up there if you ain't ready to blast off, man. We got to keep.
Yeah, you would need like, and it's 900. Where you getting? Some people had to re-up. You get 1,000 dudes who are lined up for this.
Yeah, because you're thinking in a full day, you could have every dude's going more than once if they're going to be there for 20. It is.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. But also, dude, it's hard enough to get you and I on a fucking stream to talk to each other about headlines where you got 1,000 dudes lined up. You got 1,000. The scheduling alone.
I guarantee you it's a lot easier to get 1,000 dudes to just have sex than it is to have them do anything else.
But think about that. But just.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying.
I agree with you. Yeah, of all things, people would line up to do it. But the logistics, man. Yeah. That's like Hollywood motion picture level logistics.
Yeah.
1,000 guys in a place.
You've got to have a whole location. Yeah, you've got to have. So it's not just
to house them, and then you'll be a bunch of cars parked. The police be like, "What are all these people doing in here?"
To house them, to house the fuckers.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, because they're not all doubling up. You're not. It's gotta be north of 500 dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. So they've got to have there's got to be like a giant green room, like where they're like sitting around hanging out until they're ready to go again. Oh yeah, the logistics of that, the planning that goes involved.
I can't. I mean, I'm honestly just trying to fathom it, and I can't.
We talked about just having that orgy. Remember that? But
you and I, the Royal Wee orgy. Yeah, we never got that off the ground.
No, it was in one of the other episodes we talked about. There was some orgy where it was it like the world's largest or something, and it wasn't even it wasn't even 1,000 people, was it?
So wait a minute. Why doesn't this constitute as the world's largest orgy if 1,000 people fuck someone?
I think because they're all fucking the same person. An orgy would be everybody, I guess, fucking at the same time.
Can you imagine being the 900th dude? Talk about sloppy 900ths.
Oh, God.
Let's get away from this.
Yeah, let's go.
I honestly could talk about this for a whole hour. There's so much to talk. What's crazy is this is always I find so interesting is that is pretty much as wacky and crazy. Like if someone wants to go the world record of fucking, right? They're definitely not a type A personality, I wouldn't think. But in that endeavor is someone who does the books, schedules the men, gets craft services.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There is a person there like putting pen to paper and pulling levers and making it work.
Yeah, cracking the numbers, booking people. I mean, this didn't happen overnight. It literally took a goddamn village.
Who is that person who's like, I'm put together enough to like schedule a massive orgy. Okay, right. Anyway,
and being like really good at their job. You know what I mean? Because they have to be good at it. But then you could never put that on another resume to be like, man, when I pulled off that fucking 900 person fuck fest and it all orchestrated out to a T, man, that's my best work. But you can't go to like
who's gonna accept that?
A law firm or something and be like, so what was your to be our
and what's so funny is if you put that, everyone would assume you were the one getting fucked.
Yeah, like wait, what's happening?
No, I facilitated. I set up. I made the circumstances exist.
No one would be thinking that, and they would so immediately would just assume like, oh, okay, I don't know how that pertains, and you're like, no, I was logistics, I wasn't.
Which honestly is impressive. Like,
it's
anyone.
It's real impressive.
Honestly, very impressive. It's like you ever see when you watch like behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings or whatever, and they have all those like trailers and stuff going to location, and there's one person who has like a binder and it's like overflowing with stuff, and they're like following the director around, like, okay, we got to be here at this time.
Yeah, no, the strand of hair was on the right hand of the face, not the left hand of like the continuity people with the script.
Oh, continuity person, that's a totally different person, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing, but yeah.
Let's open up the animal drawer.
Okay.
Let's open up the animal drawer. I think we'll probably have enough. Get on out of here.
One person fucks 900 animals. What? What's that?
I'm gonna purposefully stay away from sexy stuff for this last one.
Okay.
But maybe listen, Maybe we'll find our way back. This is supposed to be a spooky episode, but we got the lever broken off into sexy territory.
Broke it off somewhere.
Animals keep evolving into crabs, which is somewhat disturbing.
What? That's like a thought you have on drugs. Like, what's that mean? Animals keep evolving into crabs. This is, I guarantee.
And we can't stop them.
And it's disturbing. That's like void crabs? Look,
but who animals are what under what timeline are we talking here?
Yeah,
in our lifetimes, different animals have turned into crabs. Yeah, that's disturbing. Well, let's talk about that.
It's like you go to feed your cat one day, and you're like, Whiskers, and this little crab's like
Mr. Pinchy comes out.
Yeah, scuttle. Wow. Yeah, meow. Fuck. Oh, never mind.
What?
I thought that for a second SpongeBob's cat was a crab, but it was a snail.
And that made you go, fuck.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, maybe they're on something.
Because of SpongeBob?
Because of SpongeBob.
Maybe, hold on.
I heard a theory once that that entire show takes place in like the mutated world of the nuclear testings in the 50s on the bottom of, like, because they happen in Bikini Atoll.
What evidence do they have? Oh, because of Bikini Bottom. But what evidence do they have of that? Other than that,
that's probably about it. But
that's again like a thought someone had on drugs. Wait a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
Well, this is probably another case of they're just fucking with us with the headlines, which we
like BuzzFeed, like you'll never gonna believe it.
Because an animal could be some very base form animal. It's not like a cat or a dog or a monkey that's evolving into
all roads lead to crab.
Yeah, other lesser animals they hit some point and they go crab for some reason instead of something else.
Damn it, we ended up we're a crab.
Crabs. It's crabs. All the way, this is crabs.
Crabs are pretty delicious.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I don't know why that.
The thing is about that, I think you're right, and we keep coming across these headlines aren't fun because that article's gonna be bullshit. It's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be something. It's got to be something like that. I kind of want to know, because if it's not that, then what the fuck is it?
Should we click it?
I mean,
we gotta play the card here. We have the sex cult leader, but you think you know that. We have threesome with ghosts. We know driver's license came back with picture of chair. We got panty cats.
That one's the other one.
Panty cats are crab of evolution of crab.
Shit, I don't know. I kind of want to know how panties are turning into how that works, but I also want to know.
I'm gonna go. I march on your command, Nathan.
Fuck, let's go panties. That turn into cats.
Let's play the card.
Maybe they'll turn into crabs. No, no. You don't want crabs in your panties. Jesus.
Oh, this is stupid. New panties from Japan can transform into cats. Felissimo Nekobu,
nailed it.
Japan's leading cat-themed lifestyle brand, is always ready to let you incorporate your love of the cute creatures of the world, like their feline-inspired kimono and headbands. So at first glance, you might think they've forgotten to put the finishing touches on their new undergarment line. It's just like
It just looks like a cat.
It's an empty blank panty, like high-waisted, like it looks like a normal. But when you turn them inside out and you roll them up, they look like a cat.
No, boo.
So there's like a pocket on the inner band of the waistband that you like stuff the whole panties into.
Two crabs.
And like should we go crab?
Go crab. It can't be worse than that. That sucked.
It did suck. That did suck.
I mean, I didn't expect Japan to let us down like that.
Okay, let's go crab.
Remember they have the pillows that look like butts and boobs and all this stuff? No, it was a giant pillow with a pair of panties on it. Remember that?
Oh, right. I do. Yeah. Remember that, bud? I can't forget it.
Yeah, it was a pillow with panties on it.
Okay. This is popularmechanics.com. Not expecting that.
What? Why are they in the evolution of crabs?
Apparently. Oh, okay. No, this does go pretty. Oh, okay. So there's a thing in the animal world called carcinization, which doesn't mean carcinogen, but is the Greek word karkinos, Greek word for crab, where there's a thing in the animal world of convergent evolution, which always ends in crab.
Crabs all the way down.
Apparently, it's happened in 5 completely different contexts.
What?
So, for example, animals that live in similar habitats face obstacles that can shuttle them all towards the same evolutionary advantages.
Sure.
So, for example, marsupials. There's a lot of marsupials in Australia, but there are none other places of the world. So they have the same challenges, forces them all to become crabs.
Okay. I mean, I kind of get what that's saying. So on like a broad spectrum sort of thing.
I mean, this is a popular mechanics article, so it's like It's pretty wordy.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's like all roads lead to crab.
So if you don't turn into a kangaroo, there's more. If you're not genetically inclined to like be forced into some niche that you'll evolve into, then chances are you'll just be a crab.
I think.
So the chances.
Or there's something about being underwater.
We clearly have no
crab.
idea. I have no idea what I don't know. Without reading that article, I have no clue what that really means.
I mean, I'm not going to read this article because look at this, just this one sentence. You'll understand why I'm not going to read it. Moreover, the crab-shapedness of the groups can make it hard to trace what came about from interacting internal systems as opposed to, well, the crab shell.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Hard to suss out the crux of this when I got to face out sentences like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's all been crab.
It's all been crabs. It's always crabs. You go to more
We're probably a good maybe 40 episodes away from becoming crab.
Yeah. It'll all just turn into crabs.
This has been another episode of We.
Yeah.
If you, there's someone in the chat right now. There's one person viewing this live. I don't know who they are, but hey, thanks person live. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll watch the video. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to join us live, and you should, you guys can do that. Twitch.tv/RoyalWeCast. We'll make sure to put a schedule out there, sometime in advance.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, it's a surprise to both of us whenever we might record these.
Yeah.
You guys can follow us on Royal WeCast, at Royal WeCast on Twitter. We also have a Facebook. You'll see all the stuff.
Yeah. All the stuff.
I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use the song intro/Pathos off the album 151A.
Yep.
And I want to thank the Spirit of Halloween for filling us with that sexy feelings.
Yeah, it's sexy Halloween. It was sexy. It always is. Where are you going? I'm going as sexy Alf for Halloween.
Have you seen that?
No, but I did it in my mind just now. What was funny is I froze up because what would be a sexy Alf? Would it be a less hairy Alf or a more hairy Alf? Like
I'm just picturing someone with an Alf mask and then bikini.
Yeah. And then like real yeah. Then like a real hairy belly.
Yeah. No,
What's sexy in the Alf world? What would, okay. I went a different way.
I don't think.
Right. I was, for some reason my brain goes, what would be sexy to an Alf? Like a sexy.
That's a whole thing, man. Can you imagine? I'm sexy ET, but you're not very sexy. Like, not to humans.
Yeah, but the ETs. So would it be like an extra hairy Alf?
Just a big fucking rotary phone.
Alien life form. Oh, that would be to an ET. Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna phone the fuck home.
Can you imagine? Holy shit! Can you imagine really doing a deep dive, trying to figure out what an alien would find sexy, making a costume about it, going to a Halloween party, and then trying to have that conversation with normal folks?
Trying to explain it. Well, I remember that if we had a conversation when we were exchanging all these bizarre. Remember those bizarre Halloween costumes just based on memes?
Yeah. No. It was even better than that. It was we wanted to go as Halloween costumes based on concepts.
Yeah.
Not even characters. Or memes, but like I'm the smell of strawberries. Yeah. So you're not a strawberry.
One was like, I'm big bread. Like, what's that? What do you mean? I'm a big loaf of bread, and you would have like hands. Remember the Norwegian baby, the photo of a Norwegian baby, and it was like this blonde-haired little baby that somebody was holding in their hands. And I was like, you'd have to be that baby, but you'd have to also have the hands holding you. People were like, what?
All right. So not even really memes, like not a meme character, but like really specific things people have seen on the internet.
Yeah.
That is, if you guys have ideas for funny concept Halloween stuff, tweet them at us.
Yeah.
Do it. You won't.
Hey, if somebody that I don't know if we want to put their name out there, so I won't say it, but put us a pretty funny deep dive fan art about Paula Dean's big old swaller.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, I love fan. I just love fan interaction. It melts my cold American heart.
Like butter, y'all.
Let's all get out of here.
Yeah.
That does it.
Yep.
Good night, Dad.
Goodbye.
And they're what this podcast has become.
It's become filthy, is what it's become.